Okay, let's go ahead and get started with a reading for you guys. Holy shit, these cards are just flying out right now. Okay, so we already got 3 cards. Let me even make sure. Okay, yes. So we got new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Okay. Next card out, we have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically, excuse me, improve. And then we got power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. And at the bottom of the deck, we have sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So for some of you, maybe this is you starting off on a new relationship where you really took the time to get to know one another before you just jumped right into bed with them, okay, into a sexual relationship. And for others of you, that's what you need to do. Okay, you need to make sure that you are, you know, taking the time to become friends, to really get to know this person. Like, would I even want to be their freaking friend, or do I just want to, have a sexual union? So I think that everybody is a little bit different when we come to these relationships. But at the end of the day, you hold a lot of power in your sexual energy. Therefore, you want to make sure that you are not just sharing it with anyone. You want to make sure that, because listen, we just had that Scorpio full moon yesterday, and that is all about our sexual energy. And so I guarantee there was a lot of people who were, just enjoying their guilty pleasures, so to speak. But at the end of the day, what Spirit is trying to say is like, if you want a new beginning in relationships, then maybe it's time for you to do things differently. And that's why it's talking about that new beginning here. So, like, the new beginning is you really honoring a friendship before you honor the sexual union, right? Because again, like, I look at the word power here, and that's Pluto, and Pluto rules power and control, but it also rules sex, okay? As well, it's the ruler of Scorpio. So a lot of people try to use their sexual energy to hold on to someone, to keep them, right? It's like that pussy power, okay, so to speak, is like, I'm going to use this because then I'll get you addicted to me, and then you won't want to leave me, right? And that's just not the case. They're just going to use you, and then you're going to be constantly trying to give it up more and more, to entice this individual to come and see you, to, take you out, and they're not going to do that. They know the game. They're playing it too. So be very mindful, especially if you're wanting something that is long term. You really need to work on, getting to know this person. Like, there should be a 90-day rule where you're not even holding hands. You don't kiss, you don't hold hands, you don't sleep in the same bed. You, there's like you, I think, like, when I meet a new person, right, a new friend, like, I'm not a lesbian, so I'll just say a woman, right? If I meet a new woman in my life and I'm like, oh man, she's cool, I really like hanging out with her. You know, I don't think, man, I really like this person. I got to get them into bed, because if I don't get them into bed, then, or I wonder what they'd be like in bed, or, like, no, we don't think that way, right? We don't think about that, because that's just not part of the psyche. Why can't we be like that when we meet someone that we are, of the opposite sex? And for some of you, maybe it's for the same sex, to each his own. Why can't we be like that? Like, when we meet a new friend, it's just a new friend. And then if you can build off of that friendship, then and only then do you grow it into this sexual union, where you guys can honor each other, and you're not only just honoring each other's bodies, but you're respecting one another, and you're not, you don't have other people in the balance, waiting and hoping that you're still going to, meet up with them. You know what I mean? Like, I see that shit all the time. And if that's the case, like, it's not going to last. And unfortunately, any relationships that come about right now, good luck. They're not going to, they won't last, but they're going to be really hard to get rid of. You know, you better make sure that the person that you're coming into union has, or coming into union with, has the goods. Sorry, you guys, it is Mercury retrograde and it's on my ascendant. And man, I have been having the roughest time talking lately. I feel like I'm just skipping, right? So let's go ahead and look at this. Spirit, clarify the new beginning. Spirit, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, excuse me. We've got landed face down, so I'm not going to accept that. So let's, hopefully you guys like my new little background. I am traveling right now. And as you all know, I'm a little gypsy spirit and have been traveling for a couple of years now. So I always seem to have a new background. So I hope you guys like this one. It's an old abandoned house behind me and I freaking love it. It is fucking gorgeous. So, all right, spirit. So what is this new beginning for the collective? What do we got here? Yeah, release the X. Release the way that you used to do things in the past. Release the way that, again, stop sleeping with your ex. How about that one? Oh, maybe for some of you, you're still pining after an ex that, maybe it was great sex, but that's all it was. Yeah, friendship, codependency. See what I mean? And look, she is still looking at her ex. She's still looking back. And it's almost like that's what I'm picking up on is like, you have this opportunity for a brand new beginning, but you're going to have to let go of this. Maybe for some of you, I almost get Libra vibes. Like they always want to be friends with their exes. And it's like, you don't get to be friends with your exes. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make space. It's not that you have to hate one another, but you have to make space for someone else. And for some of you, like I said, I think that you're still sleeping with your ex. Whoever this is, you're still sleeping with the ex or dreaming of sleeping with the ex. Yeah. And you're still flirting with your ex. Extending your lighthearted energy to others. It says, and right here, power, you instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. But you don't. You keep flirting around with the idea that this ex is going to commit to you, and this ex is no. No, if you want a new beginning, you're going to have to let go of the ex and you're going to have to stop sleeping with them. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah. See, you're looking at the sexual union of it all. And really, that's all they want is those pleasures, right? The spirit's saying, but you deserve love. You're not going to get that love from this individual. You're thinking, you're thinking that if you use your sexual energy, that you're going to make this person fall in love with you. That's not the case here, guys. That's not what I'm seeing here. Like, you're not that good, and neither are they. Okay? If this person wanted to be in a relationship with you, if they wanted to commit to you, they would have done it already. Okay? They haven't. And the reason being is because they're flirting with other people. They've got their eyes on other people while you are over here loving this person and you are, you know, uh, come on, guys. Really? They might say all the right things, but that doesn't mean that they're the right person for you. What do we got here? And it landed right here on the release your ex. Openness. Be open to accepting divine guidance in your relationships. Yeah, here it is. I'm giving you guidance right now. And I'm telling you, you need to release this person because there is someone out there that is waiting for you to heal from all of this and recognize that, yeah, you really do deserve love. This person, they don't even want to talk. It's like they come over, they get their rocks off, and then they leave, right? What else do we got here? Heart. You begin to feel your heartbeat faster when you are close. I almost get the butterfly vibes, and I want to say butterflies are warning signs. And we've got recognition. The divine will help you recognize signs and miracles. Yeah, I think you're starting to recognize that this person, they're not the marriage material. You want marriage material. You want long-term marriage and commitment. And you're starting to recognize that this person, they just want to keep it lighthearted. Okay. They just want to keep it lighthearted. They're not into anything long term. Okay. And maybe the two of you guys have been together for a while or screwing around for a while. And, and this person has told you, like, I will never get married. Okay. I know I will never get married. Why? Because of whatever happened to them in the past. So they've decided, like, I'm never getting married. I don't want to be in a long-term marriage and commitment. And you're just like, well, thinking that you can change their heart, you can change their mind. And they just want to keep it on a very, friends with benefits level. But and for some of you, maybe you're even dealing with a married person. You very well could be dealing with someone who is married, and it's like maybe they tell you all the right things or, what you want to hear. Hmm. I feel like at the end of the day, it's telling you you already know what to do. You know that you can say no to this and walk away. You know you can. But there's still a side of you that is hoping and wishing and praying and longing for this individual to wake up and say it's you and it's been you all along. And I'm willing to get a divorce for you, or I'm willing to settle down with you. And what I'm picking up here is that's not the case. What I'm picking up here is you trying to entice this person with your sexual energy, thinking that it's going to make this person fall in love with you and marry you. That's not going to happen. Whoever it is that I'm tapped into right now, that's not going to happen. And I feel like maybe, you or this individual has a sex addiction. You could have a drug addiction, alcohol addiction, addiction to the past, addiction, because I look at how she's like looking back at her ex, she's addicted to him or her. He's addicted, she's addicted, whatever. But you need to start really taking a moment and asking yourself, does this person, are they my best friend? At the end of the day, like if you were to be on your deathbed, could you trust this person not to pull the plug? You know what I mean? Like that's what I think about because I don't want to be with somebody who's eager to pull the plug, especially if it's something that I could probably heal from. You know what I mean? But they're like, oh, well, hmm. You know, like, you know, I don't mean to laugh, but at the end of the day, like, I just feel that, you know, we need to take this shit a little bit more seriously. And I think that that's why, the universe has really kind of ran us through the ringer, lately when it comes to our love relationships. And that's because, they want us to get it right this time. And they're trying to open our eyes to realize, like, you're not with the right person, and some of you are. And if you are, this is not your reading. Okay. This is not your reading. This is for the people who are still hanging on to an ex. And this ex is probably screwing other people for some of you. That's not going to be for everyone. You know your story. Um, use your intuition. So, what does this individual like say? What are they saying to you? Oh, yeah. See, I can't stand not talking to you. What's the codependency? Everything I do for our future. I almost feel like that's you. Like, you're like planning for your future. I've been learning a lot about spirituality. Well, if you have, yeah, they're making a plan to come back to you. Yeah, they're making a plan, all right. But what are they coming back for? Is it for this? Is that what you really want? Is it getting you any closer to this? Are you starting to wake up a little bit? Are you starting to realize like there's something better out there for you? And this is all a test. And, we've had the South Node in Scorpio for the last year and a half, and now it's in Libra and Aries. And, the South Node's in Libra, right? And the North Node in Aries. And last year was in, North Node was in Taurus. And, this is all about our value. And it's all about like being selfish, learning how to be selfish and saying, you know, I'm not getting what I need out of this. So I'm going to go ahead and choose myself because the South Node is in Libra. If there is no balance in relationships and this person does not value you, it's time for you to fucking go. You should have already gotten that lesson a year and a half ago. So if you were going towards the South Node in Scorpio, that means you were still trying to use your sexuality to get what you wanted. You're sharing your body with somebody who doesn't value you, who isn't making plans. And guess what? You will reap the karma from that. Positive or negative, you will reap the karma for that. Okay? So keep that in mind. It's time for you to open your eyes and start realizing, like, when people are trying to keep it like, you know, I'm not looking for anything serious, you know, well, I do feel like for others of you, you are trying to move on and an ex, you know, wants to reappear and, you know, they could already be married to someone else. Maybe they're wanting, you know, just a one last go around with you, you know, in the hay, roll in the hay, you know. Um, but is it worth it? Would it be worth it? It's Mercury retrograde. I can honestly say no. Fuck no. Like, again, you will reap the karma from whatever it is that you're doing. So, I mean, if it's worth it, then you go right on ahead. But I would suggest getting up on that high horse. See that horse sitting right out there? Okay. Getting up on that horse and riding away. I'm going to leave that here, you guys. Don't fuck around because you don't really want to find out. All right. Big message here. I love you guys all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. You know, if you're interested in any of my other tarot readings, please check them out. You know, they are all timeless. I have over 1,500 videos on my YouTube channel. I am, you know, working diligently every single day to build this channel. And, you know, if you guys could comment and let me know how this reading resonates with you, I would really appreciate that. It does help get me into the algorithm. Share this video, like this video. Even if you don't actually share it, just hit the share button, and that will also help me get into the algorithm. You don't even have to share it, right? Just hit the share button. Anyway, you guys, I love you all so much. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram under The Footsteps to Peace and Peace Unhinged Tarot. Take care.